Next game here we have Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. It's on the Switch. It's got an 85. I am personally not surprised by this performing well at all. The first Mario and Rabbids scored really well, I think. To my understanding, it was a surprising, like, hey, this is really good on the Switch. When, like, you say, like, okay, we're going to do a Mario game, and it's going to be with the Rabbids, which everyone loves. I'm being sarcastic. Like we're doing
we
Mario.
love Ubisoft too. Ubisoft is our favorite.
Right, and we're gonna make this a tactical like shooter. It's an odd. Yeah, what's that?
Oh, I was gonna say, and Nintendo's not the one doing it.
Right, exactly. Like it's just such an odd like combination of things that like if you told me like yeah it was terrible, I would probably believe. But the fact that it was so remarkably good was surprising, and the fact that this is so remarkably good to me then is not as a result of all that. You played the first one, didn't you? I have not.
Yeah, I mean the first one's good. It comes down to it being a tactics game to a certain point. So if you like the original, if you like a tactics game, I think this is a fun one. I go with the line that I'm a pretty bad gamer at times. I feel like there's some part of it that was a little overwhelming with how many options you had with like your characters and what your move sets were and where you went. But I think that's part of the genre that can be overwhelming no matter what one you're playing. And I mean, you're playing with little cute rabbits who are pretending they're cosplaying as Mario characters half the time, which is awesome. Like
it's cute.
I liked it. I just checked the Metacritic score. That also was scoring an 85 as well. So now they're both kind of tied similarly. But from this new one, the big difference is that it's still technically a tactics game, but it's not the same grid-based tactics game as you're used to with like a Fire Emblem or a SOCOM kind of game. It's much more like when you're walking around, you can kind of move freely amongst the environment. There are kind of limits but it's not like I have to move 3 squares up or I can move 5 squares with my movement phase.
Sure.
It's a lot more kind of free form with that. Like I think there's probably still... I'm sure there's still some sort of grid playing on here, but it's not as like apparent. It feels more like you're just exploring the environment as your character for your move, and then doing different moves as well. And speaking of the overwhelming, not only can you choose different characters that have vastly different move sets, you can attach your sparks to them, which gives your Rabbid or Mario character like even more types of moves that are different and things like that. So there's just almost so many choices with this kind of stuff that for me as a gamer, it can be overwhelming. But I know that there are plenty of tactics people who love this kind of stuff. And to have that kind of customization ability and things, I think is going to make people very happy. Plus, the thing that I think not enough people talk about, I said, yeah, it's a tactics game. That's how the main story gameplay is. But between the actual battles that you have are a ton of world puzzles that almost feel like a different type of Mario game with the types of puzzles you're solving. And it seems like this game has more of that, if not even more of that than the last game. And the puzzles are just kind of fun. Like you have to a lot of block moving, a lot of jump pad stuff, but like there's also like hidden things throughout the environments that you find. So it just like breaks up the gameplay enough. So it's not like tactic battle, tactic battle, tactic battle. It's tactic battle, then kind of free move around the open world, explore a little bit, do some stuff, then get to another tactic battle, and then do a little bit more exploring, do some puzzle solving, another tactic battle. So there's really a lot of content here. And I think like the game is running like, 25, 30 hours, not even for 100% run, just for like kind of like doing a pretty, decent sized completion of the game. So if you like if you like video games, if you like tactics, if you like Mario, if you like Rabbids, if you like Ubisoft, if you hate Ubisoft, if you like Nintendo, if you like running around, if you like jumping, if you like coins, there's something in this game for you, I'm sure.
Well, that made a lot of sense at the end there. So I'm so thanks.
It all
for that.
came together.
Are you gonna pick this up, you think?
No. The only reason about the other one, because the sale was like, we'll give you $5 to play this game, and I was like, sure. It was like some like $15 deal. And this game is not a first party game, so you know what that means, friends. There will be sales.
I was gonna say, and it's a Ubisoft game,
yeah,
and like those games are like dirt cheap like a day after they launch.
Right. So I'm sure eventually, like, and I hate to say this, right? And this is not indicative of the quality of the game. This is me as a gamer, though. I am interested in this game, but not necessarily enough to play it to completion and feeling like I have to do that because I bought it at full price. So this is a perfect game to buy when it comes on sale later, maybe even Black Friday. If it's like maybe $30, $40, I'm like, it's time to get this, but we'll see. It looks cool, but not my number one genre. And it's not like it's like a Fire Emblem when I get to like, run around and fish between missions.
What is it about a fishing minigame that makes a game just that much better?
Except when it's near a replicant and it really almost breaks you.
Yeah, and you need for the
almost
platinum,
breaks you. Yeah, it almost broke me. That one did.
Yeah. I love Nier.